down to November 20th, and you will see that I have a Google Doc called More Facts. So I'd like you to pick one fact about the Tongva so we can celebrate this culture. You can also watch this video. It's called Ed Puzzle, and there is a video there that's really great and tells you about the history of the Tongva tribe. Also, I have this reference for you called Trees in Los Angeles. The first lesson I'm going to do with you is a very simple leaf, but if you want more of a challenge, you can pick any of these leaves. And the second, more challenging lesson, I'm going to do this sweet gum tree leaf. So let's get started on our drawing, and I will show you the materials you need. And you will need to pause now and pick a fact for your drawing. Okay, so the materials you need are the 5x7 card of paper. It feels like a poster board. You need your permanent marker, pencil, the charcoal, and a Q-tip. Okay, so I'm going to start with the more simple leaf. You always start with pencil. And I'm going to start with this vein that goes up the middle of the leaf, and that will be my guide. Okay, now I'm going to start building my leaf, and I'm going to do an upside down V and a smile line. And the smile line is like 2 fingers up from the bottom. Leave some room for your stem. And then we are going to do a curved line to connect. And then we are going to add some veins, so diagonal lines. Leaves have veins just like us to carry food and water, and this will give your drawing texture. So we are going to create lots of texture with our charcoal, but first we are going to add our fact. So if you are not very comfortable writing with the permanent marker, you can write this with your pencil, that's fine, or you can write with pencil and then trace with your permanent marker. So I am going to write a fact, and you can write any fact and write it wherever you like. On this drawing, I did a fact up the middle. On this one, I went around the leaf. Maybe on this one, I'm going to write on the side of the paper. So one fact about the Tongva is they lived in 100 villages. Okay, and it's very important you do your permanent marker first so it doesn't go in the charcoal dust. Okay, so now I'm going to trace over all of my pencil lines with the charcoal. Charcoal is a little messy, but it washes right off. It wipes off furniture. And charcoal is actually a burnt piece of wood. It is one of the oldest art materials. Okay, so I traced my lines for my leaf. And now we want to get a variety of value. See, this drawing has black, dark gray, light gray, and white. We want to get all different shades. So my first step with my Q-tip is I'm going to run it over the charcoal I just put down. And then you're going to find that this Q-tip becomes a drawing tool. So now I can go ahead and shade in. And I'm pressing a little lightly so I can have a medium gray value. Okay, now let's add some more texture. So I'm going to do some thin lines with my charcoal, some wavy lines. Shade those in. And then I'm going to add some white with my eraser and do some white lines. Tap your card like this and some charcoal will come off. I'm going to go back and add some more black and just outline again a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to add some texture in the background, and I made this look like tree bark. So you're going to do all little lines like minus signs over your whole background. And we did a leaf for fall, Thanksgiving, but as I told the students in class, we don't have acorns here, we don't have maple leaves, but we have the Tongva. And on a holiday like Thanksgiving, that's a really American holiday. I wanted us to have some thoughts for the Native Americans that still live here. So we have all of these little lines, and now we're going to make little lines with the Q-tip too. And you can see that I left some white areas showing. That's how we're getting a variety of value. So I'm just going to go all over now and make little lines with the Q-tip. I'm touching the charcoal I already put down. I'm doing this little stroke of a line motion. And that will start to look like tree bark. If you want to do a more challenging tree bark, on that reference I gave you, there are some other examples too. Okay, so this is your project. I'm gonna add a little more white. If your eraser stops working, you just have to rub it on your jeans. So this is the easier drawing. This is fantastic for your project. It is a great experimentation with charcoal. Make sure that you have your one fact here. I really suggest you watch that video I posted. It's called Ed Puzzle. It's 6 minutes long, and I'll give you the whole history. Now, if you would like more of a challenge, you can do the next drawing too. If you are done and you're happy with this, that's fantastic. Take a picture of this and upload it to your classwork section, or you can email it to me. This is me, Catherine.Lawrence@GUSD.net. This is great for your grade. You have texture and you have value, and you have your fact. Okay, so if you would like more of a challenge, this is optional. I am going to do a drawing with that sweet gum tree leaf. So it has 5 points. So just like this leaf, we are going to start with that main vein that goes down the middle, but this has 4 more. So we're going to start with those lines in the middle. You never want to try to do this outline first. It will never work. Okay, so we're going to do a tree branch. Do the trunk of our tree. We're working with pencil first. And the secret to drawing trees is the letter Y. So I'm going to make a thinner branch that comes off. And look, now I have a letter Y. And then I'm going to make another branch that hangs off, and now this is like a letter Y. And this is what I'll make my leaf come off of. So I'm going to spin my, I'll do it like this. So we're going to start with the line for the main stem. Then we're going to do a cross through it. And then we're going to do an upside down V. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I can start to go around it, bump, 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 bump. Okay, and this is when we will write our fact before we start the charcoal. So I think for my fact, I'm going to write mine going up the branch. You can write it here, you can write it wherever you'd like, and please write any fact you'd like. So for this fact, I'm going to write the Tongva had a democratic, maybe I'll write here, government. So we are incorporating text into our drawing today. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing I did before where I outline with my charcoal. So right over the pencil lines. Okay. And then we are going to go over with the Q-tip, just like on the other drawing. And you will see that your Q-tip is becoming a great drawing tool. So definitely keep this Q-tip. You can use it for more drawings in the future. Okay, and now I'm going to shade the leaf in. And I'm going to add some more black. And we're going to add those little veins on the leaf for a little more texture. Okay. And then I can erase and make some white lines. Okay, so there's my leaf, and now I'm going to give this some bark texture. So just like on the other drawing, we're going to do small lines. And then we're going to do small lines with the Q-tip too. And leave some white showing. That'll give you a variety of value. Value are your shades from light to dark. So we have black, gray, white, light gray. And there's our texture of the bark. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a lot of smudges on my paper. So I want to make those blend in. So you have a few options. You can rub some charcoal like this on scrap paper. Rub some tissue and you could make it look like clouds a little bit. You just go pop, 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 pop. Or you can use your Q-tip and do some swirls for like a swirly wind kind of background. But let's make our smudges look like they were on purpose. Okay, so that is your more difficult drawing. It's up to you. You can send me both, or you can send me whichever one you like best. So you can go to your classwork section on Google Classroom and go to November texture, leaves for the Tongva, and then I have instructions on how to upload this, or you can email it to me. And now is a great time to go and wash your hands. So good job, guys, and make sure you turn in your lesson.